Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property for you. This one is just south of Barstow, California, San Bernardino County, and it's not too far from Los Angeles. You could drive out from Los Angeles to this property and enjoy it for the weekend. And it's 80 acres of land. It's a big piece of property. That's gonna be a serious walk. Take the dog out, go walk the boundary of the property. I mean, you'll probably be huffing by the time you get back. It's gonna take the morning. It's that size property. So I think that's pretty cool. And there's a bunch of government land around the area. So don't just stop in this property. You can go explore a whole bunch of BLM land around the area too. It's close to Barstow. It's 7 or 8 miles. We'll pull up some maps and just get some better numbers here in a sec. And there's a dirt road that comes off of the Highway 40. So like the 15 goes up to Barstow out of Los Angeles and San Diego and everywhere. You take the 15 or get to the 15 somehow and go up the 15. And then when you get to Barstow, the 15 splits. 15 keeps going up to Las Vegas and 40 goes to like Atlanta, Georgia or something. It goes across the whole country through Flagstaff and eventually Amarillo, Texas and on, right? I mean, the 40 goes across the country. Is a big trucking route. So they split right there, and you just like 2 or 3 exits up the 40, you get to I forget the name of the little town, but on the other side of the valley you see Calico. It's like the ghost town. It's old silver and antimony mining operation. And it's really colorful hills, and now it's like the place to go for Halloween because they've got a haunted ghost town. And go in the mines and everything, right? It's happening for Halloween or before Halloween. And but I mean, throughout the whole year they've got bars and restaurants, saloons, and they put on acts and shows and stuff. They've really turned it into a destination rather than just a place to stop out of curiosity on the way by. So you see that on the other side of the valley, long ways away. You're not going to hear them, but you can see it, and just those beautiful colored hills that town's hiding in. On this side of the valley, at the time of year when these pictures are taken, there's a bunch of flowers. I mean, there's purple ones and yellow ones. Just the desert turns green. This year it's really wet, so I'm thinking it probably really comes off of the flowers. It's probably going to be a psychedelic flower year. So if you're out there for flower season, it's they get so strong. I gotta like cover my nose because I mean those flowers get really pungent. The time of years when they go off. So it's a beautiful thing. I mean, it goes from a beautiful dry to a beautiful tropical lush green overnight as the rains come through, which are happening right now. So this property, probably be fun to go look at it like March and April. Probably see full-on flowers. I mean, right now they're probably starting to pop and you'll see different flowers. There's different flowers throughout the season, early, middle, later ones. So let's jump into it. Let's look at this property. I guess you can kind of see the road out behind my head coming from the highway over there, down and around and up to the property. It's on a little bit of a hill. So we're on RealVacantLand.com, and I had 2 different people go out to this property and take pictures. The first one, you get like crooked pictures with a thumb and stuff in there. I mean, most of them aren't usable, but I had another guy go get pictures too. So here's some shots of the valley. There's some hills out in the area, and there's some rocks, different sized rocks. You could probably use these rocks to build with. I've had numerous people grab properties from me because you can do masonry work with rocks like that. These are like the size you can actually pick up. They're not too big to move. They're not too small to make it not worth your time. You can just pick up and build with these things. It's like picking up free bricks, right? Just mix some mortar with water. Mortar's really cheap building material. I'm just showing some of the greenery around the property. Image failed to load. Let's see. Let's go back. Some different flowers, bush. Here's a shot of the road that goes up there. It's just your classic two-wheel kind of road. I mean, it's not fancy. It's not run out. I mean, you can drive it. Just go slow. Here's a sign to turn off near the highway. It's called Ord Mountain Road. It's Middleton Road and Ord Mountain. Ord is gold, right? They're ore mining. Some cool looking cactuses. You could probably put those in a store and sell them if you put them in a pot. Surprised nobody stole those cactuses. But so there's the roads down below in the valleys, just looking out over the area. There's some more of these. Did I get a drunk photographer or what? um, looking around the area. So there's some the roads that come in. Here's a turnoff near the highway. I'll get into some maps where what the roads look like, but it just goes from paved road as you get off the freeway, and eventually you find that dirt road and shoot out. So here's a shot of the dirt road going up, and it does a split. And I think you're going off to the, when you get to this split, go off to the right. Here's a view of the hills in the area. I mean, just a beautiful area. Here's another shot of the road. I mean, look at that. That's like perfect building material right along the side of the road. I'll take that one, and I'll take that one, and I'll take that one, and I'll take that one. And you can just load them up. I mean, San Diego, where I live, you can't find rocks like that. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's all sandstone around here. It's soft rock. And so the hard rock in San Diego and LA, it's got the same problem. It either comes from the backside of the mountains and they truck it down in and they sell it for a lot of money, or they mine some off of Catalina, the island. They quarry it off the islands, offshore islands. And there's been a business in the past, I don't know if it's still going right now or not, but it was Polaris Aggregates out of Vancouver. They barge aggregates down from Canada and all the way to Southern California. And they make, they got great rocks there. It's good quality stuff. You can build roads and build all kinds of things, breakwaters, and the stuff never breaks down. Solid granite, right? But, they move it from Canada to Southern California to sell it. And this property has it sitting there right inside the road. Like if I had a close place to drive up for that, I'd be grabbing rocks to build stuff with. Okay, so there's some pictures, and here's a map. Let's pull up this map. So this map, well, I'm on the wrong screen. This map is a map of the property. So it's a big rectangle, and the road comes up through the property. It comes into one side, goes through, skips out for a hair, keeps cutting through, and the road was for the power line. So the power line goes through here too. Let's see if we can see the power line. Is this the power line? The road doesn't necessarily specifically follow the power line, but it's kind of runs the same area. And for whatever reason, I can't see the power line right now. But if you go over there and you take a look at the property, you'll see where the power line is compared to the road. I don't know why I'm not seeing the power line. But so this road comes down. It does a couple weaves through the topography and comes down. I'm going the wrong way. So it goes, here's a power line. So here's a power line. So here's a massive power line south of the property. And this is like an access road to get to it, I think. But it's not right across the property. It's just south of the property. There's a big power line in the area. Okay, so I went the wrong way. So if you go, it gets wiggly as you go up the hill. But as you go down the hill, it straightens out because you're getting down into the valley. And it shoots across this area to the freeway. And you could connect this way. And that's, if you came off of this road, that would be the V in the road that I was showing you, and you take the right. So this route here comes off, and then I think we can do street view here, take a look at it. This is Interstate 40, and if we zoom out, I'll show you where Barstow is, and then we'll zoom back in and look at the road. So here's Barstow over here. The 15 goes north. There's the Calico mines I was telling you about, the good colored hills. When you look at it from the ground, you can see it a lot better than looking at it from satellite. But and then here's the 40 that comes down here, and here's the exit. Daggett, that's the name of the exit. I just remembered it. So Daggett. I've had land on the other side of the freeway here too. It's all sold out now though. People bought it all. So here's the exit. So if you get off the exit, let's take a look. Yeah, so if you're shooting down the road, you're going to see the Daggett exit. Daggett, I think. Yeah, 2 G's and 2 T's, Daggett. So you turn off there, and if you're looking around, see this, there's Ord Ditch. So you see this paved road over here. You could get to that paved road from a couple different ways, but basically take the Daggett exit. It's going to be your simplest route to get there, and we'll see if I can get the camera to go off that way. Doesn't seem to be wanting to do that. Exit number 7. Might have to back out of here. So there's the exit, and it comes down this way, and then it comes off. Let's see if we can go all the way over. Okay, so now we're off. It's called Pendleton Road. So if you get off the exit, that's not the road. You could try that if you wanted. So here you get off Daggett and come around. I'm laughing because that road looks pretty bad. That looks like how you cross the border kind of road. And then you go take a right just a little bit. I think. Where'd the road go? Yeah, so we take the right a little bit. So we come off the exit, come out, take the right a little bit, and then let's go over to here where the road turns off. There we go. Okay, so 11 acres for sale right there. Ord Mountain Road, Pendleton Road. Here's somebody driving along. So Pendleton Road and Ord Mountain Road. Ord Mountain Road shoots off, and it looks like somebody's graded this thing numerous times. And it shoots off towards that mountain over there. I think you kind of go around the corner behind it and then up the hill, and then that's your property. So there's your driveway to the property. This is what the road looks like. And the camera, I'm sure the camera guy didn't drive down there for the street view, but you get the idea. 80 acres just south of Barstow. And if we take a look at, so there's a buy it now link if you want to go for it, put down a deposit. Yeah, so we got GPS coordinates on here. If you click on that, it'll bring it up on the map. It'll show you where the road is compared to the lot lines. If we zoom in, there's lot lines on here. There's gray little lines on the map or lot lines on Google Maps. And what I was going to do is satellite it up and throw it in 3D, see what the topography looks like, see if I can show you the topography. Okay, so here I'm looking north, and the road comes from the valley, and we've got Barstow up over here. We got the highway coming through. We got the mines, the silver mines over here. And then the road comes around. When we were looking down that street, we were looking at this hill, right? I was saying just around that hill is where the property is. So this is the backside of that hill. The road comes around and comes up and crosses a wash and keeps going up. When it starts going up the hill a little bit, there's your property. So it goes up and around. And while it's up on top of this hill, it's yours. The side of the hill, this whole area, this side of the hill, I mean, just all this area around here is your property. And then there's a bunch of BLM land beyond it. So it's a bunch of government land and your land. A couple private neighbors, not much of anything. Nobody's living around there, so you can really get away with whatever you want. Go shoot the biggest guns you can find. Make a lot of noise. Just go for it. No one there's going to bother you. So there's the property. I wanted to do directions because we've got, so let's go from the property to Barstow. Let's do Walmart. This is an idea of, I know there's Walmart in Barstow. Okay, so here's Walmart. They're saying 10 miles. Go down, get onto the Daggett freeway entrance, and then go over or cross over to the 15. That seems kind of weird. But you can get on the 40 and go to Walmart. It's 10 miles away to the Walmart. And there's Starbucks over here. There's a bunch of restaurants and gas stations and other things, all kinds of supplies in Barstow. Yeah, so click the GPS coordinates to get driving directions to go take a look at it. And let me know. Let me know if I can help. Let me know if this is the right property for you. 80 acres in San Bernardino County, California. Asking $49,000, and I got this one with a partner, and the partner's willing to do all kinds of owner financing and trade-ins. He'll trade businesses, other land. He's really open to dickering and dealing if you got some other offer. Let's hear it. Let's see what we can do. Thanks, Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. Hope to talk to you soon.